So if you enjoy this video and want to see more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by clicking on the PayPal link in the description box. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Also, leave us a thumbs up. It helps us get more views.
I know we're going to break here in just a few minutes, but since I mentioned this, let's go ahead and play this clip from CNN with one of their own anchors having to admit, Aaron Burnett, that if President Trump can pull off the denuclearization of the peninsula and end this crisis and create a road towards unification for South Korea and North Korea, he will be the greatest U.S. president ever. So let's go ahead and play that clip.
All right. Well, thanks very much to all of you. Just an extraordinary evening and, of course, opening the door to the big question. If President Trump can truly solve this problem, that would be going down as a great president, and there's no way around that.
Now, Kim Jong-un has come out and said, on the table, all of our nuke weapons, our delivery systems, everything. On the table is unification talks to have a 10-year plan to, just like they did with East Germany and West Germany, merge the two. It can be done. And to have that aging, bizarre Communist Party have a segue out and be like the Communist Chinese and still sit on top of these lucrative industries and actually be billionaires, which is still a corrupt deal, but it's better for the people, and it's a segue away from what they've been.
Amazing. When Trump came on your show, he said, give me a year. I think you'll be impressed. Here we are just over a year into it, and I think we're more than impressed.
Well, that's what real victory is delivering. And after decades of betrayal, people just can't believe we've got somebody actually trying to deliver. Doesn't mean he's perfect. None of us are. But think about this. The clips come out in the next segment. MSNBC, CNBC, ABC News, CNN contributors, anchors are all saying, if Trump can do this in Korea, in North Korea, when no other president could, since the 1950s when we had the Korean War, he will be the greatest president in history. We're facing nuclear war. We're facing this trigger being the number one threat by humans against humans. Of course, there's asteroids or things like that are controlled by us. Meanwhile, though, even though real analysts having a moment of honesty, because imagine a lot of people want to tell the truth on these stations. I mean, they want to actually give their information. They want to give their real knowledge, but they have to sit there and twist it and lie instead. But at this moment, they admit, okay, this is really important. This is really a big victory. Making North Korea come to the table, making Kim Jong-un do this with all the pressure we put on, this has worked so far. This is huge. The fact that he wants to come to the table, met for 4 hours with the South Korean intelligence chief and others. Reportedly, they've already got a deal ready to green light, to modernize North Korea, to start freeing their people, just like Trump made a deal with Saudi Arabia 6 months ago. You're going to let women go to college. You're going to let them drive cars. You're going to let them be in the military, and you're going to phase out. Making women wear burqas and chopping people's heads off. And they signed on the dotted line. Did he get praised by the feminists? Did he get praised by the modern liberals? No. This is real American modernization. This is real Eisenhower-style policies that we haven't had since 1960, 1961 when he left office. It was still nation building, but it was real nation building. Then the corruption came in after that, after Kennedy was killed, and it became purely about domination and control. Carl Quigley wrote his internal book for the CIA and the State Department admitting they were going to fund fascist, communist, socialist, as long as it was authoritarian, oligarchs, you name it. So imagine, they're admitting that Trump is doing something that nobody else has done, and we're having victory and success, maverick success on every front. And the globalists get more panicked as Trump becomes successful. And so what's the other big story? Stormy Daniels from a decade ago. And this is the issue. Not trying to stop nuclear war, not bringing the economy back, not taking care of the veterans, not securing our borders, not deporting people that are multiple felons. None of that's important. It's all what a man supposedly did. This shows you how these people are endangering the whole planet's future with their obsession with disinformation. And then, of course, coming up in the next segment, we'll also get into the clip of him calling out Mr. Cohn as being a globalist in a friendly way, but a very, very powerful way. We've got that as well, Lone. I know you've got a full raft as well.
It's really incredible just seeing all of this, and we haven't even mentioned the fact that the latest jobs numbers have just come out, and again, gangbusters, record numbers of Americans working. How about the fact that you've got black unemployment at all-time lows, Hispanic unemployment approaching all-time lows? But once again, Alex, just like the issue of nuclear war, the liberals are silent on this. In fact, they'll tell you the exact opposite is going on. They'll tell you Trump doesn't want black people to work and doesn't want Hispanic people to work, even though the exact opposite is what's happening.
Well, that's right. And they say it's anti-Semitic to say globalism when globalism is run by the communist Chinese president and Juncker of the EU. They are the guys propping up globalism. Did globalism get its start in the UK and the US using our power to build it? Yes. But it started here. It's dying here.
Lots of good news. I mean, today is a day where we cross the threshold of all the negativity that we've been dealing with in the past. And now we look at all the good news. We look at the jobs returning in record number, black unemployment reaching lows, Hispanic unemployment reaching lows. They said it was impossible to make a deal with North Korea, yet here we are today, and shocking the liberal press, in fact, shocking them so much they don't even want to report on it, North Korea has invited Donald Trump to have a meeting with Kim Jong-un. This is truly a historic day. Alex Jones is with us reporting from the road on all of this breaking news. Alex, I think we're very impressed with what President Trump has done. He's not perfect, but he's gotten in office. He's fulfilled a lot of his promises, and that alone is more than any other president I've seen in my life.
Well, he's definitely on his way to being the greatest U.S. president ever, and he's only 14, 15 months in. And let's talk about this. They said when he was president-elect, Michael Moore and others, that his big test would be North Korea and that it would embarrass him and that he would be defeated because they knew that the Clinton Foundation, through the Communist Chinese, was going to have him threaten nuclear attacks, do all these provocative missile tests, make all these incredibly provocative statements that we'll nuke you first, preemptively, and all the rest of it, believing that Trump would back down. When our military and Trump and the American people didn't back down, when that didn't happen, he now met a week ago, after preliminary talks at the Winter Olympics in South Korea, he then met with Kim Jong-un, the third-generation dictator of North Korea, met with the heads of intelligence and the military from South Korea. And on the table at that meeting was, you want a meeting with Trump? Here's what it is. You're going to completely give up the nukes. You're going to let inspectors in, including U.S. inspectors. You're going to dismantle it all. And in turn, we're going to give you more than $10 billion a year, which, by the way, it's costing us $100 billion to keep this thing going, so it's a good deal, to go in and build power plants, industry, you name it. Now, Kim Jong-un has come out and said, on the table, all of our nuke weapons, our delivery systems, everything. On the table is unification talks to have a 10-year plan to, just like they did with East Germany and West Germany, merge the two. It can be done. And to have that aging, bizarre Communist Party have a segue out and be like the Communist Chinese and still sit on top of these lucrative industries and actually be billionaires, which is still a corrupt deal, but it's better for the people, and it's a segue away from what they've been. So China doesn't want North Korea to become industrial. It's had many wars with the Koreans. They're actually controlling it. Their main enemy is China. China controls them. China ran the invasion in 1950. Now, there's one grain of truth in the media. They're saying, oh, my God, this is a Putin plan. Putin has done this to make Trump look good and save him from Stormy Daniels. No. Russia borders North Korea, and Russia is the key player between China and the U.S. And Russia has been signaling in the last year that they would support the U.S., at least tacitly, if North Korea continues to be belligerent. So it was Russia behind the scenes becoming neutral and that basically forced China's hand. And so now you're seeing a real chance for the people of North Korea, but only by getting out of this strategic patience position we've been in for 50 years that the UN put us in whenever they removed Douglas MacArthur and the rest of it and didn't let us kick the Communist Chinese out of the area. So the Communist Chinese are trying to keep the Koreans down. I mean, just look at South Korea, the most productive country in the world, versus communism in the North, the most hellish, cannibalistic hell on earth you can imagine.
Hey everybody! I just wanted to break in real quick for an Operation Hal Info Warrior update. Many of you thousands of Operation Hal subscribers are passionate patriots. We can tell because of the comments that you leave in the comment section. But America needs more than just passionate comments from anonymous subscribers. America needs info warriors who are willing to spread information. Believe it or not, us patriots, we are beginning to win the info war. We are on the march and the enemy is on the run. They never anticipated this explosion of social media. The bad guys who are behind the scenes attempting to destroy our republic, they didn't realize that platforms like YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook would give voice to those of us who haven't been fooled by the fake news, Project Mockingbird, CIA ran media. Patriots like you and me now have a level playing field to take part in the war for the soul of our nation. And the good news is, we don't even have to use guns. We can simply use our home computers and laptops, just like I'm doing right now. In fact, the Operation Hell YouTube channel has reached over 73,000 unique individuals just this month. So if you want to get off of the sideline and onto that playing field, we at Operation Hell want to help. We have helped over 18,000 individuals just like you. Learn how to create and distribute content online. It doesn't matter if you're a novice with computers or a pro. Operation HAL is willing to train you for free in our simple techniques that will allow you to have a voice in our nation.
Hey guys, normally at this point in the video we would tell you to email McKinsey, but unfortunately YouTube is threatening to cancel our Gmail account as well. So if you want to sign up for the free online Info Warrior training, click on the link in the description box below and you can sign up directly for our next boot camp.